Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we talk about all things financial literacy. And today we're going to be talking about Chase credit cards, in particular business credit cards, and the loophole for you to get massive credit limit increases when it comes to these cards. Also higher initial starting limits. Now, when I first received my Chase credit card, the Business Inc. Cash card, I was only approved for $1,000. This crushed me in the beginning because I was looking forward to using this card for a lot of different things. Now, over the past 2 some odd months, I would say, not only did I get 2 more Chase credit cards, each limit started off at $10,000. So between them and the limit increase that I had on that card, I had about $25,000. I was supposed to submit a credit limit increase. If not today, then I probably will do it tomorrow. But I'm waiting to get some hard inquiries removed from Experian. But when I do, I'll be submitting that to hopefully get another $5,000 to have $30,000 between all of my Chase cards. So the main thing is that I learned a few lessons when I was trying to figure out why did I receive such a low limit, and I'm going to add them all to this video so you don't have to go through what I went through and start off with a very low inferior limit, and you can actually utilize this card or all the Chase cards for that matter for business purposes and being able to make money and leverage your business credit. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Let's start by talking about Chase and why exactly I want to focus on this institution. Over the past year, I've been getting various business credit cards, and I do have to say, even though I had this rough start with Chase, this is probably my favorite institution after all this time. Once you know exactly what to do, they are very generous with limits, and they have very, very good functional credit cards. So Chase offers 4 business credit cards with very similar names, and that's going to be the Inc. Business Unlimited credit card, the Inc. Business Cash credit card, the Inc. Business Premier, and the Inc. Business Preferred credit card. Now, these cards offer cash back or points, and it's all based on your business spending. Chase also offers some co-branded cards like United and Southwest that may fit frequent flyers, but that's not going to be the focus of this video right now. We're going to be focusing on the 4 Chase Inc. cards, not the partner cards. Now, I have 3 of these cards currently. I'll probably be getting the last one sometime next year. And they have, various annual fees, various offers. Depending on the time that you're watching this video, you're going to notice that they do have sign-up bonus offers when it comes to Chase credit cards. I'm not going to go over any of the bonus offers because depending on when you're watching this video is probably going to be dated. The information that I think that I'm going to provide will still be relevant. But when it comes to bonuses, you want to check the website and see what's currently being offered at this time. But with these cards, on the Chase Inc. Premier card, you can get unlimited 2.5% cash back when you make transactions over $5,000. With the Chase Unlimited card, you can get 1.5% cash back on all transactions. With the Chase Inc. Business Cash card, you can get 5% cash back in select categories. And the Chase Inc. Business Preferred card, you get 3x on shipping, on travel, and a whole lot more. So these ongoing rewards really play a big part in why I think that this is such a great bank, because getting 5% cash back on up to $25,000 a year in spending at office supply stores, cable, internet, and phone service providers really did come in handy. With the welcome bonus offer, I did make an additional $1,000 just from paying my phone bill while also getting 5% cash back. That's something that you definitely want to take advantage of. And there's also 2% cash back up to $25,000 a year in spending at gas stations and restaurants. We all have to get gas and we all have to eat, and 1% cash back on everything else. And this is the Chase Inc. Business Cash card. And the opportunity for you to pair these cards with others in the Chase family just makes it, again, the combined value that you get is really awesome. So if you're someone like me who buys inventory, or you're doing something where you're working with a merchant, having 3x points on shipping really does come in handy. And then large transactions, 2.5% cash back on everything is amazing. So one common strategy is to use the Inc. Business Cash for high value spending categories like we just talked about. And then you use the Inc. Business Unlimited card. That's the 1.5% cash back on everything for all of your everyday transactions. If you have a large transaction, then you grab the Premier and then you get 2.5% cash back. And if you have anything that's related to shipping or travel, then you would use the Preferred card. Using this combination is how I've really made a lot of cash back with Chase over this period of time. Some people don't like it because they don't like the high spend, but that's kind of the point. And when I get to the towards the middle of the video, I'm going to actually talk to you about how you can use some of the manufacturing spending options to not only get welcome bonus offers, but to also help you get higher credit limits at other banks too. All right. So now that we've gone over a few of the valuable cashback offers that you can actually use, and this doesn't even include travel. Travel would need its own video. Let's look at some primary data points that you need to get approved for business credit cards with Chase, but this also applies to almost every business credit card and most personal cards as well. Now, your credit score will always play a major factor. But when it comes to Chase cards and especially business credit cards with Chase, they're looking at your Experian FICO Bank Card 8. You need a 680 plus. That is the recommended score. Now, your utilization for your credit card, and this is all your credit cards that you have, you want to have below 30%. Ideally, 10%. Now, I say 30 because that's like, okay, if you have 30, bare minimum. 10% is ideal. If you can do that, then that's what I would focus on. Now, no recent late payments in the last 12 months, and you want less than 3 hard inquiries in the past 6 months. I have a video showing you how to remove hard inquiries. So if you would like to watch that, I'll link it here, or check my credit repair playlist in the description. You click on that. Everything is there. Now, you don't want charge-offs, you don't want collections or major derogatory marks. Those are a blemish on your credit. Again, check out that credit repair playlist. Everything is there for you with all the resources provided. The other one is the 524 rule. And the Chase 524 rule is kind of an unwritten policy that prevents you from being approved for a new Chase credit card if you have more than 5 open accounts with any bank in the last 24 months. Even if you have excellent credit, you'll likely be denied if you do have over 5 credit cards in the last 24 months and if you've opened too many recent credit card options. This is the reason why I recommend that if you're trying to stack business credit cards, you should not be opening personal credit cards. Your last personal credit card should have been opened 6 months ideally, but at the very least 90 days. And you don't really want to open any new accounts until you are done with your business credit card stacking, if it can be helped. All right. So these are the 2 data points that pretty much to even look at Chase as a viable option, you want to make sure that all of these boxes are checked. Of course, there are some exceptions depending on your relationship with Chase, but we're going to get more into that. Now, let's actually talk about these massive loopholes that you can use to get higher credit limits initially and also get higher credit limit increases with Chase. High personal credit cards. This is something that we've talked about before, and it actually kind of goes with a lot of institutions, but I can say with firsthand experience, Chase definitely looks at this. So Chase is likely to approve you for a credit limit that's similar to the highest limit of your personal credit card. When I first applied for my Chase Business Inc. card, I only had a $2,000 Navy Federal cash rewards card with a $2,000 limit. And here is the thing that kind of confirmed this for me. I got a pre-approval for the Sam's personal MasterCard with a credit limit of $2,000, the exact limit as my Navy Federal card. I then started noticing a theme of every time I go to get pre-approved for a card, they're pre-approving me for the same as my highest credit limit. So from there, I just started doing credit limit increases. So this is how you want to think of it. If you've demonstrated to banks when they pull your credit report that you can handle a $2,000 credit limit on the personal side, why would they be inclined to give you a limit of $20,000? You've never shown them that you can actually handle that high of a limit. So they're really going to give you whatever it looks like you can feasibly handle. And this is where you may want to focus primarily on credit unions. Credit unions will give out higher limits. And with Navy Federal, that was one of the greatest things that I ever, did. I was able to raise my credit limit fairly quickly, and I started noticing that I was getting matched my credit limit. I also want to point out that this does not work for authorized users. I did have an authorized user account at the time that had over $20,000 for the limit. However, that did not help me when I tried to get initial credit limit increases or initial starting limits. So that's something where you would need to make sure that your highest personal credit card is your credit card and you're not an authorized user. You want to keep that in mind. Now, there's a lot of places that do a soft credit pool in order to give you a increase, and that's going to be American Express, Discover, Citi, Bank of America with an asterisk, because I have seen where they do hard pools. So just, ask them prior. But Wells Fargo, Navy Federal, Synchrony Bank, they typically do offer a soft pull option to increase your credit limit. I would routinely, every 6 months, try to increase your credit limit on all of your personal credit cards. If you can, that would be something that would definitely help you. The next thing that we're going to talk about that will help you get massive increases with Chase is a relationship. And I've said this before in several videos with several banks, but having a personal account with Chase, your checking and your savings, really does help. Chase has historically granted higher limits to almost every client that has a personal bank account with them. That's going to be a checking, that's going to be a savings, and credit cards. And one theme that I notice, anyone who seems to have the Chase Sapphire on the personal side, they seem to get very high limits when it comes to business credit cards with Chase. So I do think that there is something with not just having that personal credit card, but with also having their premier cards. So if you can, that's something that I would look at, because it's going to already be a card that has a higher limit and they're likely to match it. But you also have a personal relationship with them using a multitude of products, checking, a savings, a credit card, and anything else that you can possibly get with them. Opening a business checking and savings is also very important. Banks use something called a bank rating, and it's going to determine exactly how invested you are with their institution. Very similar to Navy Federal's internal credit score, banks will rate you. And not only will it be based off of the amount of money you have in the account, it'll be the frequency of the deposits, whether you have a direct deposit with them, and how many other products and services that you have. It is good to have at least $5,000, but I understand if you don't have $5,000 to actually put into an account. But here's my recommendation. I have a video where I talk about paying yourself through your LLC or your corporation through ADP. This is a easy way to also liquidate your credit cards. You can take money off of them without, of course, being charged for a cash advance because it's a transaction. My recommendation is doing this to hit account spend bonuses, because you can make easily, like even me right now with the 2 new Chase cards that I got and 1 more bonus offer, I'm going to make $3,000 just by manufacturing a spend. And once you do that, you can take the same money. These cards should have 0% APR. I recommend you getting those, because then all you have to do is pay the minimum payment. You can then leave money in your account. It could be with Chase, it could be with a different bank, right? Or you can have a different business credit card and you can do the same thing for that one. Leave the money in the account, let it sit for around 90 days, and then apply for a new credit card, or you can do a credit line increase request. All of these things would definitely help you when you're trying to either have an initial credit limit that is very high, or you would like to at least increase your limit, maybe more than $5,000. I've seen this work with a lot of people. It definitely works. I've done a lot of one-on-one coachings when it comes to business credit. And one of the main things that I see, when you have $5,000, you usually get really high limits of $10,000 or more. And there are some clients that have had over $100,000, six figures in their account. Those are the ones you normally see get $50,000 initial starting limits. I'm not expecting anyone to have that. I'm just giving you an example. So I think a combination of all these things, having high personal credit limit cards, starting a personal checking and savings, and possibly even looking at a personal credit card, and then opening up the business checking and savings and actually leaving money, these things will likely give you the highest credit limit increases and the highest initial starting limits. And again, this is how I was able to go from only having $1,000 with Chase to now having $25,000, and more than likely in the next few months I'll probably have over $60,000 to $70,000 with Chase alone, because I'm probably going to be moving some money into my checking and savings and just sitting it there, and it's going to be pretty high. So these things will definitely help you. They've helped me go from $1,000 to where I'm at now. And again, all it really took was just opening up a checking, a savings, leaving some money, and increasing my personal credit cards. All of these things will help you get massive limit increases with Chase. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if any of these strategies have worked for you, and if you currently have a Chase card and you use these methods to increase your limit, please let me know in the comments below. If you would like more videos with strategies about credit limit increases and maybe other methods to liquidate, to garden, to do any of this with your business credit cards, please drop business credit in the comments below. I'd be more than happy to make more videos like this. I will leave a referral link to all of the Chase cards if you would like to use that in order to get approved. Then that'll be in the description. Thank you so much for watching this video, and you guys have a wonderful day.